Good morning, children. I welcome you back to your information technology class. Children, today we will study the last topic of our syllabus. Okay, so let's get started with that. In last class, children, we studied how to select a primary key, insert a new field, right? Deleting a field, renaming a field, and creating table in datasheet view, right? Opening existing table, all these things we studied. Now today we will study that how to delete a record from a table. So children, let's go to access. So this is our access file, children, and if you remember this table, we created this table, right? So how to delete a record, like these are the records that we entered in the last class. But if we want to delete any record, what are the steps, children? Let's read it out and do it practically. So first step is open the desired table in the datasheet view. So it is asking you to open the desired table. And how we open a desired table? When we open access, automatically it will ask you whichever table you want to open, right? And even in the navigation pane also, you can see there are so many tables. Whichever table you want to open, you can open. Like stu data, we made student data, we made just for like double clicking it will open. Right now we have not entered any records, that is why it is blank. So we will go to table 2 because we are going to delete a record from this table. Now second step, after opening a table, what it is, you will click the record you want to delete. So you will select the record you want to delete. So if I want this record, which admission number 1004, I want to delete it, then what I will do, I will click on this, fine. Then I will go to home page, home tab. On home tab, children, you can see here a delete option is here, and that too in records group. In records group, what it is there, delete option. So you will click on this and then this message will appear. You are about to delete one record. If you're sure you want to delete this record, you can say yes, and when you will say yes, you will see that record has been deleted from your table. So it was easy. So see the steps also. You will go, third step is, after selecting the record, third step is go to home tab on the ribbon from the records group. Which group? Records group. So here is the records group and here is the delete option. It will tell you, see, in records group, click delete button and the message will be displayed for asking you that do you want to delete this record or not. So you have to confirm it if you want to. If you click yes, then access deletes the record from the table. Simple. So children, moving on to next topic, it is queries, and this is the last topic of our syllabus for half yearly. This is not the last topic of our chapter, remember that, children. Okay, now the thing is, to understand what is query, query is a simple way to get information from a database table. And the thing is, from the entire database table, you can select what kind of data or what kind of record or which kind of fields you want. Like here, children, for example, right now we are using this table and we have only 5 records here. So imagine if there are thousands and thousands of records. Like imagine a school record. There are so many students and all those records are kept in a table. So it would be very difficult for a person to find what you want, right? So the thing is, we can sort our records with the help of query. See, it is written here also. We can sort our records, we can group our records, and or we can filter our records with the help of queries, and we will understand how query helps us to do that. And it also helps you to add, delete, or modify your data. So what all you can do with queries, you can get the information from the database table you want, only that information you will ask for, it will give. Okay, it will help you to sort your data, because obviously, like in the entire school, you just want a data of 8th class with division 8th class, right? It will sort it out like that. If you want your data for with admission number only and first name and class, then only these three fields will be there. So it will help you to sort, group and filter, and also help you to add, delete and modify. And how that can be done, let's see here. First we will study how to create, and this is the only thing we will study right now. Other things will be studied in the next half of the year. Okay, now to create a query using Query Wizard, what you need to do, you need to click the create tab on the ribbon. So it is given that you have already created a table using datasheet view or design view. It is given after creating all these things, all these records. What you will do, you will go to create tab. Where we need to go, children? We need to go to create tab. So we go to create tab at the see here, I clicked on create tab. So these are the things that have opened on the ribbon. Then we will go to what, Query Wizard. So Query Wizard is in which group, children? In the other group. So in other group, children, you will find Query Wizard. Here is other and here is Query Wizard. I will click on this Query Wizard and see this dialog box appears, and it asks you what you need to do. So today we are learning only simple Query Wizard, and this has been selected. I say okay. When I say press OK, another dialog box appears. Now let's see what your textbook says about this. When you click, a new query dialog box will appear here. You will select simple query wizard, click OK. Again a simple query wizard will open, and right now that dialog box is there right here. See, this is the dialog box. Now next is, in the drop down menu of tables, queries, choose the table from which to select fields, and step 5 is showing here. So where we need to see children, first is here. So it will ask from where you want your data to be sorted or filtered, from student data, from table 1 or from table 2. So if you remember, children, see, in navigation pane there are 3 tables. We are having table 1, table 2 and student data, right? So from these it is asking which one you want your query to be sorted out, your information to be taken. I will say table 2 because that is only having the record right now. So table 2 has been selected. Next, the here are the available fields. So whatever fields were there, children, see, admission number, first name, last name, class, division, all these fields are listed here. Now it will ask which you want to be like shown. Okay, which information you want. So you need to select that field and click on this. It will be selected. Next, what you want the first name of the child to be shown or the last name of the child to be shown. So I say first name of the child should be shown. Next, now I want their class to be shown. I don't want their last name to be shown. I want their class to be shown and class. Then if you want any other field, you can select that. And children, with this what happens, the entire field can go here. See, if I click on this, all the fields which are available here will be selected and will go here. See, can you see this? But we don't want all these, so I just remove all these. Fine. I don't want the division, date of birth and fee. I want admission number, first name, class. After selecting the fields, I will click on next, and it will ask, would you like a detail or summary query? Detail. Fine. Next, as you click on next, children, and finish. See, you can change the name also here. Whatever name you want to keep to this query, you can write here and it will be created with that query name. Fine. then I want just this only, so I will say finish. See, as I clicked on finish, you can see table 2 query has been created with admission name, first name and class. So your data, this whole record has been shorted to only 3 fields, whichever you wanted to see. So this is how it is done, children. This is how you create. See, browse the list of available fields. We browsed here, right? Then all the available fields were there. We need whichever we need, we clicked on those fields, and this arrow we clicked so that it comes in the selected field option. Then after that we clicked on next, then select the desired option for detailed summary. This dialog box was there, we selected detailed and clicked next. Then we have to change the name of the query if we want. So here it is written, type the name of the query. See here, we need to type the name of the query. Then after that, open the query to view information was already selected. We just clicked finish. Then what happened? Access created a query listing all the data from the fields, and that we can see here also, right? And in navigation pane also you can see table 2 query. This query is there, right? So we can see after creating this also. So this is how it is done, children. I hope it is clear. If you have any doubt, just message me, okay? Now we will continue with question and answers. I hope you will be able to do this. You have to just take the correct answer. You will find all these answers in the chapter when you read it thoroughly. Fine. It is just how you find the answers to fill in the blanks. Now to move forward to this part, write the steps to create a query using the query wizard. Right now only we studied how to create a query using the query wizard, right? It is on page number 61, children. So page number 61 is here. See, page 61. All these steps, how you will start, children? You will start like this. You have to just write the steps. So to create a query using query wizard, you will start like this. You will write all these 14 steps are there, I guess. 1, 2, you will write this first step, all this, click the create tab on the ribbon. Then second step, this step you will write. All these steps you will write, fine, till 14 step. Here click finish. And even children, you have to include this step also, so don't forget this step. Fine, all these 14 steps you will write in your notebook, and make this table also, these diagrams also in front of the steps. Okay, now next question is, next is, children, renaming a field in a table. So you have to write the steps for this also, and it is on page number 57, children. See, children, on page 57 here, renaming a field, it is written, right? And you will write all these steps, step 1, 2, 3 with this also, and you will make this diagram. And the thing is, children, don't forget to just mark this, like click the field you want to rename. So second step is this one. So here it is showing where you have to change the name, right? So show this step. Then third also, type the new name. So there only, in this cell only, you have to type the new name. So that is step 3, and it is showing step 3. So children, you have to also make this diagram. I'm not telling you to be very detailed, like you don't have to make all these things, but whatever steps are there and it is showing, please make that, for it is required in the question, okay? And it will fetch you marks. So I'm also telling you how to attempt your question and answers for half yearly. So be attentive, children. So this is the thing how you will do. Next question is, children, selecting a primary key for a table. And children, it is on page 56. Primary key, when we were studying, it is on page 56. It is written here, see, to set the primary key. So you will start like this. To set the primary key for a table, you will write all these steps, okay, as it is, And the thing is, you have to make these icons also, children, with the steps. After that, you will make this diagram and you will show, like, second step is to go to the design tab. So it is showing design tab is shown here, and step 2 is marked. Then step 1 is also marked like this, whichever you want to set as a primary key, like this you can show this. Fine. So this is how you select a primary key. Okay. Now next one is, children, deleting a record from the table, and it is on page 60. So what you will write how to delete, right? So here it is, children, deleting record from a table. You will write this. Then all these steps are written here. First step, second, third, fourth, fifth. All these steps you will write. And don't forget the diagram, children. You need to make this diagram specifically where you want to show the step. Like step 1 is shown, you have to make this. Okay. Step 2, show this record. Step 3, home tab you can show. I'm not telling you to make all these internal things. If you can, well and good. If you can't, it's okay. But at least show the home tab. Then fourth is to show this delete option that is on records group. So fourth step is here. You need to show this. Then after that, that message box also comes, dialog box also comes. So this also you will show, and because it is showing step 5, you have to indicate the step 5 as well. Then and then only you will fetch marks, children. Fine. Now, children, to explain you how to answer these short note questions, like short answer questions, right? So the question is, what is Microsoft Office Access? It is asking you what is Microsoft Office Access, and it is the very beginning of the chapter, right? So here we go. This is the thing. Here in this paragraph, you will get the answer of Microsoft Office Access. Children, remember this. In computer, you never write your answers in a paragraph. You never write that. You won't get marks for that. Why? Because the children, it is very difficult for any evaluator to check it in a paragraph. So to make it neat and clean, what you need to do, you have to write your answer in points. So how to like cut short this in your points? What you will do, you will write first point as this: Microsoft Office Access is a powerful, from here till the first line ends here. This would be the first point. Then second point would be the second line till here, right? Then third, you can say it allows creation from here till here. Then fourth, you can do from here till here. So there are how many points? 4 points. So like this, you can write all these things in points. Fine, children? So remember, in computer, you never write your question and answers in paragraph. You write your question and answers in points. Okay, children? Now, second question is, what are the various database elements in Access? Explain each element in brief. So this answer is also directly given on page 51, I guess. Yes, 51. See here. These are the elements in Access. So again, children, this is in a paragraph. You will write, there are the 4 main elements of our database in Access are tables, you will write. Then after that, please short it down to points. First point, fine. Then second point, like this, you will short it out. I will give this PDF. I'm just explaining it to you. Tables is there, forms is there, query is there, report is there, right? See, queries and reports. So you will write all these. Okay. Now next question. Moving on to next question, children. Let's see what it is. What is the difference between datasheet view and design view of the table? So we know what is datasheet view. This is datasheet view, and if I want this to be in a, like, this is datasheet view, right? And if I want to be in design view, this is design view. Wait, this is design view, right? So how you will explain this? I will give you this answer in PDF. You just have to copy it down. Okay. And the thing is, the difference between datasheet view and design view is in design view you get this field and data type that is shown, right? And in data sheet view you directly enter all the fields, right? So moving on to next question. How can you insert a new field in a table? Children, these are also the steps, it and you will find the answer on page 47. Sorry, answer is on 57, children. On page 57 you will find the answer. Here it is, see. Children, see here, inserting a new field. Again you will write inserting a new field. Step, all these steps, step 1, 2, 3, 4, and this also, don't forget this small point, okay? And you will make these diagrams with showing all the steps. Step 1, 2, 3, 4, all these steps you will show, and also the result. Fine. Also the result, how it will give the result. So this is how you will attempt. And children, this was all. These last two questions are not covered in the syllabus that we have discussed. Fine. I hope now you know how to attempt your question and answers. And for the further test, if there is a test, then let's see that you don't make any mistakes. I hope this would be helpful for you for your half yearly exams. So attempt your question and answers like this in your half yearly exam and you will get full marks for that. Okay children, so this was all for today. If you have any doubt, again I'm saying, just message me, and in next classes I will clarify your doubts. Fine. So thank you and have a great day ahead children.